16. Nope, now we just peaked at 17 kbs. Very cool. The light out here is spectacular at 10 a.m. We have no idea what the weather's going to be like next Tuesday. We can only hope it's this nice. I'm putting special attention into the microphones this time, but that's not the main point of this test. The main point of the test is the wireless access point and the laptop. So last time I did a 720p stream, and this time I'm doing a nice full 1080p stream with the recommended bitrate. So the idea behind the recommended bitrate is there's full 60 FPS. The laptop is working extra hard. It is sitting in the sun, so it's really hard to see the screen, and it is going through battery pretty quick. There's plenty of outdoor outlets. Lots of outdoor outlets, so I'm not too worried about getting an extension cord on Tuesday. By not doing a full setup with extension cords and whatnot, I've saved myself probably quite a while on setup time just running on batteries. I do have two different microphones. I kind of want to test running both microphones at the same time. It would be cool. Well, so there's microphone synchronization and other things. This is my backup microphone system for the day of the event. We do have some action going on here. Look at that. We're installing the plastic. Cool. Can we get it in closer? Maybe we can. Moving the camera ever so slightly. Well, this is interesting. We are doing some kind of work with maybe the gutter system or the roof laminate. I mean, way up there. Anyway, you probably can't hear it, but the plastic is ruffling and fluttering. Anyway, I'm as far out as I reasonably can be from what I think is the wireless access point. I'll look up the brand on that thing in a little bit and see if that's our wireless access point. I don't see anything else that it could be. Oh, there are a couple of security cameras. That's cool. So let's see if we can spot things. Alright, so I'm doing the microphone test still. I've got two microphones to do. I don't know if I'm going to be in frame perfectly here, but I'll just try and stay with it. So from last time, I know that the microphone range is pretty good. Hopefully, oh hey, I can sort of see myself on my laptop. Nice. Very nice. So this is the 10 a.m. lighting. We can pretty much expect that. So on the day of the event, I'm going to be plugging into the PA system. And the PA system should amplify whoever's talking and let them know that they're talking into a microphone. And so then we can just capture whatever's going into the microphone. That way we're not like passing a wireless lapel mic around. But if I have to, I'll stick the wireless lapel mic. Oh, there's a saw running. I'll stick the wireless lapel mic on the podium, and it will, we'll just sort of tape it in place so that it works alongside the PA system, and it'll be a fine backup. In fact, I might do that anyway and have it plugged into a recorder. In case something goes wrong with the PA system, then the final recording can be re-edited. We can replace the live stream if it has any problems with a public live version. Ooh, awesome. So, got some sawdust in my eye just now. Nice. It's a good smell too. Oh, and one of the things I'm looking for, and we'll be watching this carefully, is if we're losing any frames. So there's going to be all kinds of equipment and people using the Wi-Fi and everything. And the 15 mbit that I'm targeting should be no problem. Like, seriously, fiber is 1,000 mbit. So the only other test here, and this is a good day for it, because it's pretty warm and the laptop's sitting in the sun, is that I'm pushing the laptop hardware to the limit, essentially, as far as I know. That means power usage is going to be high, internal heat generated is going to be high, and then internal resistance goes up and power use keeps going up. So essentially it becomes the worst case scenario, and if stuff starts overheating, if equipment starts overheating, then it might start throttling the CPU and other equipment. And if there's throttling, then the bit rate might go down, or the encoding rate might go down, and there might be frame drops or just little skips in the video, and we want to make sure that we're not going to see any of that for the big day. Oh yeah, I'm nice and close. So I'm going to switch mics. I'm going to mute this microphone and turn on another microphone. And actually, I think I might run them both at the same time for a little bit, because I want to see what that does to the stream. So I'll have to go back and watch the stream. Yeah, I'm standing right in the sun. The sun's right up there. We'll maybe experiment with different angles. But what I was saying about the microphone is, I have a backup microphone that's my personal microphone, my P-Fine, and then I have the continuing education P-Fine microphone as well, which will be my primary backup microphone. And then I'll just, for the day of the event, I'll just plug into Terry's PA system, which is super nice PA system. But here goes the multi-mic test. Yeah, yep, battery's down to 76% on the laptop. We've got an alternate microphone that I'm powering it up now. This is on a different channel, going 570 megahertz on one and 569 on the other. Ooh, actually, well, that's 2-for-1 testing, because 579 and 570 are really close. So I'm going to find out if they interfere with each other. It is entirely possible that they interfere with each other. Oh yeah, I mean, it kind of almost looks like it's cutting in and out. Hey, Dr. Illich, hi. I am, yeah. I am. I'm doing a live stream to my media services channel, which is not the official channel, because we don't want to fill it up with garbage, but I'm doing some microphone testing and other things. These are backup mics that I recommended buy these because they're super awesome. Yeah, they're USB wireless mics. But I'm checking the audio synchronization and things like that to make sure it looks really good. I know, we don't know what the weather's going to be, but if it's like today, right. What brings you out to the health sciences this morning?
I have, this is what I do sometimes. At 1 o'clock I have a meeting with 3 o'clock, 6 on a math meeting.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
we fix things because we have naming right spaces that they really didn't have before because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
So, well, anyway, I'm making a PowerPoint that I don't have pictures and nobody has them, so I'm going to take them.
Yep. Well,
And,
cool.
yeah, I'm getting used to asking people for money. I'm ready for them to give me more money. But it'd be cool to have your Blue Cross Blue Shield somewhere.
Absolutely. A
We're working on it.
Blue Cross logo would look just right on this facility.
Absolutely. See ya.
All right, see ya. That was Dr. Illich. I'm not operating the camera right now exactly, so I couldn't swing it around and show you. But he's walking into the building now. I'm back in frame. Okay, where was I? I was changing the channel on this wireless microphone because my feeling was that it was possibly interfering. Set 71. I'm testing so many things at once. And there we go. Let's try 574 megahertz on this guy. Is this one still at 569? 569 is going to keep running, but I'm going to mute 569. Oh, I suppose that's the other test. We're going to put both mics on. In a stack. Because why not? I'll try not to breathe heavily, because that's uncouth. Alright, I'm wearing both microphones at the same time. One of them is being fed in via analog audio capture as the camcorder microphone, and the other is being captured digitally via USB. And I'm feeding them both into the OBS capture software at the same time. You know, because why not? So I'm slightly worried that there might be some little jittery echo just now, and I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen. Also, because you know the analog capture might have some delay, there might be an echo. That's all I'm saying. So I want to see my voice talking with both, and then I'm going to mute one of them. And that would be audio input capture 1. And man, it's hard to see. I actually had a coat in the car. All right, there we go. Muted 1. So I'm using only Capture 2 right now. Capture 2 is still streaming. I am hovering around. Ooh, I just got it. I think I just dropped. Uh-oh. 0 kbs. And now it's back. Oh man. Well, that is while I was changing the microphone setting. And it's doing it. All right. So I dropped down to like 3 kbs. And now I'm back up to 16, 17. I can't say for sure. I got to get back on the camera so I can, like, if it does reconnect, I don't know. So what I saw just now, I've set up pretty far away from the wireless access point. And it kind of looked like I was losing connection and it was reconnecting. That's kind of what I was worried about. That I get it going, everything looks good, and then after running it a little while, it's kind of too much for it. I still want to do the audio synchronization test, see if there's any difference between the analog capture and the USB digital capture, because there very well could be. I'll still be recording my audio to the camcorder, and the camcorder recorder is picking it up. But mic 2 is getting fed straight into OBS. And presumably my stream hasn't dropped. I guess I could monitor the stream with my phone, and I could just see if it stopped or if it's still going. I'll do that. That makes perfect sense. Oh, hey, I've got to watch out for minute work. So, notifications. Media services live 15 minutes ago. Is it still live? Well, hopefully don't give myself too much feedback. Hey, I've got a video of myself messing with my phone. Okay, and we got a saw going again, which is fine. Ago. Is it still live? Well, hopefully don't give myself too much feedback. Hey, I've got a video of myself messing with my phone. Yep, and I'm messing with my phone. And we got a saw going again, which is fine. All right, so what I'm seeing with my phone is that the quality looks fantastic, but it kind of looks like the frame rate is skipping a little bit. Is it still live? Well, hopefully don't give myself too much feedback. Myself messing with my phone. Yep, and I'm messing with my phone. And we got a song. Oh man, I'm starting to get my own voice from my phone coming back to myself. What I'm seeing with my phone is that the quality looks fantastic, but it kind of looks like the frame rate is skipping a little bit. Is it still live? Yeah, I think so. I've got an idea for a maneuver that. Oh man, I'm starting to get my own voice. I better turn this off. Coming back to myself. I'm actually not 100% sure that it's skipping out. It's like I can see the green indicator right now on my laptop, and it seems steadily green. And steady green means good. It means it hasn't dropped out. So, you know, maybe my concerns are unfounded, and the skippingness on my phone has to do with my phone's internet connection as opposed to, you know, the stream quality. Something to keep in mind is that I could set up a little closer to the wireless access point, and I may have to do that. I'm somewhat hesitant to do that maneuver whilst the stream is running, but yeah, it'd look funny because I didn't bring a cart. I brought a plastic tote crate. I'm just trying to think of a good way to do this setup. Honestly, it looks green. Like, I'm gonna go look at it closely. The Wi-Fi looks solid. I don't know if anybody else is helping me watch this. I could try this again. Visitors. Of course I'm a visitor. Alright, I'm logging into SCC Open right now. Sorry for the long delay and fun audio. Okay, connected to SCC Open. I can just barely see the Wi-Fi indicator. It's still green. I have not seen it turn red. So I feel like like it's still working. Let's see if I can click live on.
The quality looks fantastic.
All right, now I'm watching myself. Watch myself. Wi-Fi indicators. Let's see if I can click live. All right, I've connected to the Wi-Fi. It looks like we're getting frame drops. So there's a couple different things I can try. Could be a limit of this laptop. I didn't actually get to pick this laptop, not precisely. Man, it still looks good. Maybe it's my phone. I'm gonna just have to go back and look at the recording. And then maybe in the recording I can see if there's frame drops and whatnot. Okay, we do have an indicator message here that the encoder is overloaded. CPU is bouncing between 60% and let's see. I wonder. I don't know if I can make tweaks while it's running, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try turning it down right now, and then I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna hit apply. So I turned down the target encoder rate to 10. I'm thinking I can't change other settings while it's live, but now I'm doing a steady 10 kbs. CPU usage is down a little bit. Oh boy. I've got both microphones on still. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. We got the idea for the microphone. Whoa, that's too far. How about the other way? There we go. Well, part of why I was super duper close to the video camera was that I wanted to see if there was any synchronization issue. So I need a bunch of words, basically, where I know what it looks like to see someone talking. And if there's only a couple millisecond audio delay, then I will consider one channel as good as the next. Okay, again, so there's a solid green light on the Wi-Fi connection, but I'm concerned that I can't do 1080-60 with this laptop. Oh, but just had an idea. Oh boy. Yeah. So my idea is to use my personal laptop for stream encoding, just for this event. Maybe the next one. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, I got buzzed. Is it anyone? Is it Bang telling me anything? No. All right. Well, I was hoping that somebody would be able to watch this, but I can watch it. To prevent audio feedback, I'm going to put on headphones. Yeah, and I think this microphone's working great. Encoder overloaded, perhaps. I don't know. It says I've dropped a lot of frames. I'm looking at 4.6% drop. But it hasn't dropped a lot lately. So I'm wondering, well, we just had a little bit of a blip. I'm at 4325 dropped frames. And I'll check that periodically because it bumped up to 4.7% dropped frames. And while that happened, there was a little bit of a blip on the bit rate. So, oh man, and we're already down to 38% on the battery. So that was one of the things I was worried about. I can see it's green right now, but without setting up an extension cord, I'm kind of running low on time. I suppose I could borrow an extension cord, but I don't want to interfere with a work schedule. So let me just check this again. Yeah, it looks like maybe not as smooth as I would like. So what I might do, oh, let me click live. That'll give me the best impression. So now I've clicked live. I've turned it down to 10 Mbit. All right, I'll stop the stream real quick. I'll switch it to 30 frames per second. It's very disappointing. I'll keep it 10 Mbit. I'll do 30 frames per second. I think I've got to stop streaming and then restart. All right, I'm still using the digital capture. I've got it set up as mic 2. The microphone coming from the camcorder is muted. I got it set at 10 Mbit. Oh. All right, I've turned it down to 30 frames per second. I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm down to 30% battery on the laptop. All right, looks like 30 frames per second it is. Quality still seems pretty solid. I mean, I'll just have to see what it looks like when I get it uploaded, but it doesn't look like it's dropping frames, not really. I will study it in more detail when I get home. And by home, I mean office. All right, so I need to do mic comparison test. Man, what do I really want to talk about? If I'm ever famous for anything, it'll be that I figured out the Mass Effect in college. And from that, I can intuit or theorize about the origin and evolution of the universe, which is pretty awesome. The broad strokes are that space itself is a superfluid photon condensate, and the primary action of the Mass Effect is modeled in the experiments of the Casimir effect, wherein vacuum photons do work by various means, and the work done translates into a photon redshift exactly equivalent to the work done. Man, if anyone wants to ask me about that, please ask me about it, because I would love to tell you. All right, and now let's mix microphones together. I will turn back on source number 1. We've got two mic sources. All right, I've got two mic sources. Down to 27% on the battery. Still doing the 30 frame. Wait, darn it. Okay, so while I said it, I saw a little blip of red on the Wi-Fi indicator. So what that tells me is I'm probably going to have to get a little bit closer to the wireless access point. Because while it's pretty solid, I really don't want it to occasionally blip out whilst we're running. Man, but about a superfluid photon condensate. Got it. Whoa, there's a fire truck. Interesting. All right, let's see what they're doing. They got their lights on, they're driving around for fun. Do you think there's an emergency situation? There they go. And they're outside. All right, I think I've got both. Still have both microphones on. Not out of batteries yet. So the basic idea of a superfluid photon condensate is that basic building block of the universe is photons. We already have a pretty good idea that matter is a bundle of trapped photons, and if you break it, you get a nice cascade of photons. But space itself is so densely packed with photons that for most of the time all field effects cancel out, because it's just like a zillion waves going in a zillion different directions, with the net field effects being basically canceled out. Except for there's so many of them that they sometimes affect the normal propagation of each other, which sends them into a little loop. And this quantum loop establishes certain particle properties for these vacuum photons. So temporary transient particle properties. And there's so many of them, and the density is so high that it acts like a superfluid. And then the superfluid basically carries and contains and sustains atomic nuclei and particles and field effects in a dynamic, non-conservative process, which will eventually run down. Analogy is pretty much perfect for bubbles in the ocean. No joke. So all the time, vacuum energy is being converted into field effects, including all fields, including gravity. And that conversion process uses some of the photon energy. So there's a redshift that propagates out radially, except for specialized scenarios like the Casimir effect. But you'll see this. You'll see this really obviously when it comes to masses, because they'll see the weight of the universe in every direction, except in the direction of other massive bodies, where all the vacuum photons are slightly redshifted, and thus they attract each other. And anyway, the implication for this is that there must be so many vacuum photons that their mass energy exactly equals that of a black hole in a given volume. Any volume that you specify, so that outside of our universe definitely looks like a black hole. And inside, we're actually shrinking continuously due to a steady increase in vacuum pressure being powered continuously from the gravitational field effect in the parent universe. So try to squeeze that all into a sentence. I'll work on getting it down to Twitter-sized. thanks to time and scale contraction, there's no obvious end in sight. A fixed volume appears to become larger and larger, as if space is expanding into endless empty nothingness. But really, we're in the middle of a deep ocean, and the ocean is getting deeper, or if you'd rather, the pressure is getting higher, and we're getting smaller. And the time that it takes to cross the ocean is getting longer because the speed of light's slowing down, and time goes faster. So when they talk about matter collapsing into a singularity, well, that may happen eventually, but from the perspective of all of us inside, it's happening slowly, more slowly. We experience a continual extension of that collapse into the infinity in terms of our time, our perceived time going faster, just basic time contraction, which is, it's all theoretical, but if I'm right about how gravity works, then it implies very strongly that the universe is a fixed volume and that time is going faster and faster for us. Man, I see the fire truck again and the ambulance. I'm thinking that maybe they're driving around for fun. Oh, all right, well, we got a little bit of red. Your Mac will go to sleep. I'm down to 10% power. What can I get in the last seconds? I'm down to 10% power. I think these guys are just driving around having fun. They do have masks on. Oh, that's cool. I've got to get this test video uploaded, see how it looks, see how it sounds. I've got two wireless mics running continuously. There goes the fire truck. I've basically run this battery in the ground, so I'm going to have to stop stream. I wonder, oh no, somebody's actually calling the paramedics way over there. Something's happening. Somebody upstairs. Anyway, while it would be interesting to record this event, I'm down to 8% battery, so I'm going to have to stop stream. Day of the event, I'm probably going to have to set up closer.